Hello, welcome to my channel, and this is DNagarajan, and I'm currently pursuing Masters in Data Analytics in TUS, Ireland, and I have been given a project in my curriculum to build a relational database table that will hold information about instructors who give golf lessons to individuals. And an instructor may provide many golf lessons, and a golf lesson is delivered by one and only instructor. So based on the requirements, I have built a table, and yeah, these are the sample data which I have collected using the RAN functions in Excel. And after post this, I were able to create a table inside the VS Code. Since I'm a Mac user, I need to use VS Code for my Oracle database. So with the help of the Excel sheet data, I were able to create the sample table. In this structure, we have two tables. One is instructor, which is my primary table, I mean the parent table, and we have the golf lessons, which is my child table. So primary table consists of 40 rows and child table consists of 150 rows. So I have been given a task to write a 25 analytical SQL queries, so which I have wrote already. So I'll just open that. And yeah, so I'm about to explain a query which is a difficult one with the use of analytical functions. So for each instructor, display their total lessons taught and show a running total of fees earned across all their lessons ordered by lesson date. Identify which instructor has achieved the highest cumulative earnings and at what point. So this is our question. So based on the question, this query answers the following. For each instructor, how do their earnings build up over time, and what is the maximum cumulative fee they have ever reached? So it starts with the common table expression called max earnings. So all these uh, commands will be stored as a view in this max earnings, and this can be later used as a table here in the second query, which I will be explaining. So inside this common table expression, the from and where clause join instructor and golf lesson tables on primary key, which is instructor ID, and keeps only the lessons where the fee is greater than 0. So this that gives one row per paid lesson for each instructor. So the important part here is the window function. So sum followed by the golf lesson dot fee. So this whole part is our analytical functions. So the partition by uh, dot instructor ID means the running total is calculated separately for each instructor. So it will never mix both instructor together. So that is what partition by means. And order by is just sorts the instructor lesson by date, and rows between unbounded preceding and current rows says starting from the very first lesson what this instructor keep adding fees up to the current lesson. So it will sum up the total, and the result is a cumulative earning curve. The first lesson equals first fee, second lesson equals first plus second, and so on. So it will just add up to the next line, and it's a cumulative earnings, cumulative summaries. So this common table expression output the instructor ID, the lesson ID, the lesson date, and the cumulative total fee after that lesson. And the outer query reads from maximum earnings and uses a correlated subquery to find the peak point for which instructor. For every row in max earnings aliased as M, it compares m dot running total fee to the maximum running total fee for the same instructor. Computer in the subquery on M2, which is here, this is a subquery of the primary one. So where it joins the subquery with the main query M2 with M1. So here we are just gathering all the data. Only the row where the running total equals the instructor maximum is written. So in other words, one row per instructor is kept, and that row shows the lesson where their cumulative earnings are at their highest. Finally, order by m dot running total fee descending sorts instructor from the highest total earnings towards downwards. So this makes it easy for a management to see who has earned most of the overall on which specific lesson date. So if we go to Visual Studio, and if we go, I already copy pasted the code here. So if we try to run this, we will able to see who has earned most overall on which specific lesson. So these are the lesson IDs that they hit the peak, and how their cumulative earnings trend look over time. So based on the time, how much they earned based on the lesson for each instructor ID. So here, with the use of analytical functions, we were able to achieve the following output with 40 rows for each instructor. That's why it's 40 rows. Thank you. In next video, we will be seeing one more difficult query that I will be explaining. Thank you so much for watching.